Hi, hello beautiful people. My name is Lauren and welcome back to my channel. And today you have clicked on my reading habits tag. So I never did the BookTube newbie challenge. I filmed it a couple times and I hated it every time, and so I just ended up never refilming it. And so I thought this might be a fun way to kind of let you guys get to know me and my reading habits, my reading taste maybe. So I have it pulled up on my laptop over here, so I may be glancing over this way, but there are 11 questions and I say we just go ahead and jump right into them. So question number 1 is, do you have a certain place at home for reading? So not really. I guess there are only a few places that I read. I usually read on the couch or the bed, and lately, since I've been sprinting a lot with the Citadel, I'll sit at my dining room table, and that's actually really nice because I don't get sleepy while I'm reading there, so I can read for longer periods of time. But yeah, I don't really have just a set place to read, but those are just kind of the most comfortable places, I guess, in my house. Question number 2 is bookmark or random piece of paper. And this is an interesting question because once upon a time, I used to be more of a random piece of paper person. I worked as a teller at a local bank, and I would read a lot in between customers there, and our little receipts, I would use those as like a bookmark and stuff. But since I've gotten into BookTube and consumerism has kind of like claimed me, and then like with book of the month and stuff, we get bookmarks there, so I'm always using a bookmark now. And I used to dog ear pages when I was even younger, but no, I'm not doing that anymore. So question number 3 says, can you just stop reading, or do you have to be at the end of the chapter? And I have to be at the end of the chapter, or at least at one of those like very obvious paragraph breaks. Like sometimes, you know, an author might put like a little symbol or a line across, and then it kind of goes like to the next day or a different perspective or something like that. Very, very seldom do I just stop in the middle of the chapter, and that's if like something needs my immediate attention, and I'll just put my bookmark in there really quickly. But for the most part, I am very determined to stop at the end of the chapter. Number 4, do you eat or drink while reading? And yes, I do drink or eat while reading. I am a chronic snacker, and so I'm all the time like snacking. I do my best not to get anything on the book, and I know probably sometimes I fail, especially on like the hardback covers. I probably have like fingerprints on there, but yeah, I do eat and drink while reading. Number 6 is one book at a time or several at once. So I used to be one of those people that said, how does anyone read more than one book at a time? Like, how do you retain the information that you're reading when you're reading more than one book? Like it blew my mind. But now that I'm in like book clubs, and probably 2 because I'm older, I can kind of read 1, 2, or 3. I might have like an audiobook, and lately I've had like the buddy reads for Mel's and Liv's Patreon, Discord, book club thing, Lou Fantasma. I've been reading that like over a period of time, then reading my regular TBR in between there. So I have become a more than one book at a time person, and I gotta say, I'm kind of proud of that. Number 5, music or TV while reading. So I used to, when I was younger, be able to read in any scenario. I could block out the world and read my book. And now I guess that there is just so much going on in my adult brain at all times. I have to either have it silent, or I can only listen to instrumental music. And I was only recently introduced to lo-fi music, and it was the greatest thing that happened to me. I have found that it just soothes me, it keeps me focused, and so I've gotten now to where I almost always need some kind of instrumental going on when I'm reading. I find it just really enhances my experience. Number 7, reading at home or everywhere. So I mostly read at home, but I am also the type of person who likes to read everywhere. Before I was married and we would go out on dates or like with family and stuff like that, I always had like books on my phone, and so I would read on my phone all the time, or just carry my book with me wherever and just pick up my book. But now mostly like if I'm going out, I'm with someone else and I don't want to be rude and just like have my book out reading while everyone's conversing. So I tend to just read at home now. Every once in a while I'll carry my book somewhere else, and if there's just a lot going on, I'll read. But Yeah, mostly at home. Number 8, reading out loud or silently in your head. Definitely silently in my head. I don't think I've ever like read out loud. When I was younger, I used to really move my lips along while I was reading, but I never like actually audibly read out loud. Number 9, do you read ahead or skip pages? No, I don't read ahead. I don't skip pages. I find that really ruins the experience. Now sometimes I will kind of like, I've started trying to skim, like not audibly or not saying every word in my head, if that makes sense. I've been seeing a few people talk about how they read quicker with like books that they don't actually have to totally focus on what's going on, and you still retain a lot of the information that way. So I've been kind of doing that, and I will like go forward to see how far I am to the next chapter, especially if I'm like in a sprint and there's a certain amount of minutes. I'll skip ahead to see how many pages I have left till the end of the chapter to make sure I'm going to be able to finish it in time. But no, I don't like skip ahead to see what's going to happen or like to see what I should expect. Number 10, breaking the spine or keep it like new. I'm not a monster, so I keep it like new. I don't break the spine. That is not cute. Number 11, do you write in your books? No, I will put like a tab and kind of write a note on the tab. That's what I've been finding I like to do. I'll probably start using bigger post-it notes as well, like if I have more thoughts than will fit on my tab, but I don't want to actually like write in my book, because what if I decide to get rid of it later? And I don't know. I don't know. I just don't like the idea of having written things in my books. Well, there you have it, guys. That is the reading habits tag, and I hope that this gave you a little insight into me, myself, and I. But I want to thank you so much for watching, and as always, be sure to check the description. I have my socials, book trigger warnings, book of the month link. If I mention any YouTubers, they'll be down there, so definitely check that out. Also, please give me a subscribe and a little like, and I will see you next time. Bye.